Well, welcome. We are so pleased to be here with our second character conversations. And what we're talking about today is how character is implicated in our workplace. And on the line is myself, Kathleen Redmond, and Patrick McCann, Michelle Winkler, and Crystal Lee Olson, all practitioners, all working feverishly right now, trying to make sense of this extraordinary world that we are living in at this particular point of time. So let me just start with a tiny framework to talk about. I've been writing about character and working with the concepts of character for about 20 years. And there's two pieces to this. One is organizational character. Does the organization have the systems in place that support what the organization is trying to achieve, particularly around managing performance? And this is making sure that you have the pillars, which are talk about clarity and collegiality and accountability and collaboration, and then the absolutely important values of integrity, respect, compassion, and courage. And boy, we are leveraging compassion right now at this particular point in time. So that's the first part, is the organizational frameworks around character. The second are individuals. Are the people in your organizations people of good character? And really defining what that means. Are your leaders able to create an engaging, safe, healthy workplace that achieves what needs to be achieved? And the other side of this coin, of course, is, are the people working in the workplace of good character as well? So it's defined in very clear terms, so it's not a subjective interpretation, but rather clarity around what character means. And I certainly, at this point in time, I'm so fascinated to hear all the conversations going on regarding good character. So let me pass it to you, Pat McCann, and say, what are you seeing regarding character in the workplace at this point in time?
Well, a lot of my work's supporting leaders through change. And when you think about the concept of change and a leader's ability to get their team to embrace change, I think it's very directly related to the effectiveness of that leader and their character. And when you think about what we talk about in the center, the ability of leaders to give authentic feedback, to coach, to be able to listen to people, to show empathy and relate to people. I mean, those are all foundational skills that aren't just critical as a leader, but during times of change, they're almost mission critical. And so when I think about good character at an individual level, at a leader level, I really see it as integral to their ability to get their team to be able to navigate through change, while they're also personally navigating change as well. So I really see the connection through that. What about you, Crystal Lee? What do you see?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think that good character is right from the top to the bottom. It has to go through the whole organization. And it's interesting because I had an aha moment this week that was just a reminder of how character and everything else to do with leadership is really an inside out job, and just to be aware of the inner dialogue. So if you're in a sales organization or a leader that is setting targets and goals and expectations, how are you interpreting that with all the other stressors going on right now? Is the email actually yelling at you, or is that your own mindset and your own interpretation and perspective of what's going on? And I think that it's really critical for us to keep a watchful eye on noticing what we're noticing. Is it the story that we're making up in our head? Or, are we remaining in good character when we're asking questions, engaging with our teams, or even engaging with our customers, and just simply noticing? So it was interesting insights. Michelle, what do you think about good character?
Well, yeah, I mean, when we're talking about this subject, definitely it brings me to Kathleen's framework and model around this, and specifically around sort of character leadership, in that, it's about this alignment between our intention, our thoughts, our feelings, and then really does that reflect in the behavior, right? So it's really kind of making sure that, in another way of saying it is really, is the way that we are being, is that reflecting in what we're doing, and making sure that that aligns well. Because if you think about, leaders and the difference between good leaders and leaders that may not be really inspirational, oftentimes it comes down to, you know, they say one thing, but they do another. And so that good character, really building on that ability to be authentic and align, really, what are we intending to do? And is that actually translating into action? So I think, and so wonderful that we have the Center for Character Leadership, that, you know, this is really what the purpose and the vision of this is bringing that and building that in leaders from all different industries. Kathleen, what do you think?
Well, thank you. No, absolutely. I think all three of you have touched on really important pieces, whether it's working through change or making sure the stories you tell are the stories that are important to your organization. As you said, Crystal Lee, asking the right questions. And of course, that alignment between intention, knowing your beliefs, knowing your values, knowing your goals, and being able to self-manage, manage your thoughts and your feelings in order to behave the way you want to behave, to create an effective, safe, engaged workplace. That's what this is all about. So thank you so much for participating. Thank you for listening. If you'd like any more information on what we're talking about, and certainly the Character Culture Framework will make that available to you as well, just drop a quick note to us. Everyone's information is on the Center for Character Leadership, as you can see. And we look forward to our next character conversation. Thank you. Bye-bye.